that's one of the two cars to keep an eye on. If you look on page 17, and the rival Crispin Williamson starting on the row behind in car 77. And two to watch coming through from the back, Tony Hunter in the white Renault Clio number 1, and number 52 Clive Hainsford in the multicoloured Mazda RX8, the rotary engine car with a nominal 1300cc engine capacity, but as I think I said earlier, the RX7 similar engine that was used by Win Percy, run by Tom Walkinshaw, to win the British Saloon Car Championship some years ago, that had a 2.3 litre engine size allotted to it. Very difficult to compare the rotary engine, this different type of combustion chamber, to the ordinary engine. So Rich Hockley leads the cars up to the grid. And it's a 2x2 grid, so side by side the front row, the Honda and the Peugeot, and then the red Clio and the dark blue Peugeot 205 GTI on row 2. On the third row, number 75, is the black Clio of Robert Buckland and the silver Honda Civic Type R of Alex de Moore. The fourth row is the yellow, distinctively shaped Renault 5 GT Turbo of David Clark. That was quite a good championship many years ago now, it must be, I suppose. And beside it, number 41, is the Steve Cassar Honda Civic in green with the black bonnet back front to it. So the last couple of cars into position, the green flag waved at the back. So the last race of this long weekend, 20 races. This is the 20th, about to get underway. It's a 15-minute race again. In the early one, we got 7 laps without problems. So away they go, then off the line. Rich Hockley just has the advantage as they accelerate away. Joining in with them, Nick Gwinnett, who sounded on the podium pretty determined to try and join the battle for the lead. Well, at the moment the battle for the lead is seeing the yellow Peugeot just in front round the outside going through Rich's. But as they get to the hairpin, the Honda has the inside line for the right-hand hairpin and takes the lead away from the Peugeot. But the red Clio of Nick Gwinnett is very much in the mix at this stage as well of what we expect to be a 7-lap race. So Rich Hockley easing away slightly from Don Hughes at the moment, having taken the lead around the hairpin, and he still leads the car's head towards Hamilton. The ones to watch, of course, and you can't help noticing it because of its multicoloured livery, is the, yes, there it is, gaining places left and right, the Mazda RX8, as the cars go into Hamilton. Up front, it's the Honda from the Peugeot, and already the red Clio being dropped a little in third place, Neil Gwinnett's car. So I don't think his hopes are going to be fulfilled of being able to challenge the top two, who are more or less side by side as they come into Brundle, and the Peugeot goes through. So the Peugeot's had the lead twice on this lap. Can the Civic do it twice? For one corner they were side by side. Well, you can spot the Peugeot a mile off in its bright yellow livery, and it is in front at the moment, but Rich Hockley is right on its tailgate as the car's coming to and through Coram, and Rich Hockley goes through. Now, how did that happen? Suddenly the Peugeot slowed, almost as if it's a misfired or missed a gear or whatever. No, he's back again, so Don Hughes back on terms, but so we had each of the two leaders leading twice on that opening lap. And where is the Mazda, the big Mazda? Not yet through, but certainly it was, so we can see, there it is. It's already made 12th place from effectively the back row of the grid. So Clive Hainsford up into 12th place, and the other car, number 1, Tony Hunter, doing slightly better actually. That's up into 10th place in the white Clio. 2 cars that will gain as many places as they possibly can. Well, as the leaders head into Agostini for the second time, it's still the Honda just ahead of the Peugeot, but the Don Hughes certainly wants to win this one if he can. He's led the race twice on the opening lap. He's in second place at the moment. And Neil, whilst they're trading places, Neil Gwynedd actually is not being dropped as much as we thought might happen. So Neil Gwynedd not that far back in the red Renault Clio. Behind them in 4th place we have number 33, Chris Bassett's Peugeot 205 GTI, and he's just ahead of number 888, Alex de Moore's Honda Civic Type R. Then Steve Cassar, number 41, with his Honda Civic is next up in 6th, but was next up in 6th place. Things may change. 7th was 75 at the end of the lap. Now that's Robert Buckland. And then what about Powell and Williamson? Yes, they're already at it, just a fifth of a second apart as they completed the opening lap. Leaders out of Nelson and through Bombhole into Coram in a moment. And it's the blue Honda from the yellow Peugeot from the red Renault Clio. So the 2 we're focusing on then, working their way through. Number 1, the white Renault Clio, Tony Hunter, and 52, the multicoloured Mazda RX8 of Clive Hainsford. Lead over the line then by slightly more than last time, 0.8 of a second, with Nick Gwynedd 3rd, Chris Bassett and Alex de Moore running close together. Where's number 1? There it is. And so no places gained on that lap by Tony Hunter. He is in 10th place. What about the Mazda? It's overdue, I think. Yeah, there it is, coming slowly into Coram. So I'm afraid the progress of the Mazda RX8 in this race is not lasting for very long, but still keep an eye on the number 1 Renault Clio, the white Clio of Tony Hunter. As far as the lead goes, in the first sector, both the 2 leaders gone quicker than previously. The winning margin that Rich Hockley had at the end of the previous race over the Peugeot was 3.39 seconds. Nothing like that at the moment. It's less than a second between the top 2. And the Powell-Williamson Class F battle continues. They're in 13th and 14th places, 53 and 77. And the Mazda RX-8 is out of the race. Shame. Spectacular car, that, and very potent.